If you're making a new house and if you're confused about the direction of the main door, then this video on the Vastu position of the door is specifically made for you. You see, there are 45 grids in any Vastu gridding. When you do a Vastu study, any plot is divided into 45 grids, and each grid is actually uh, presided by a deity, and it all depends upon your horoscope as to which direction of the main door is suited for you. You'll be surprised to know that the fourth house in your horoscope also indicates the direction of the main door of your house. So, for instance, if you are a Kumbh Lagan person, the fourth house, if Saturn is placed, then probably you'll be staying in a house which has a main door towards the western direction, because the direction of Saturn, Lord Saturn, is west. So you'll find that the main door is facing the west direction. So what are the do's and don'ts? I'll quickly tell you. I've made some small notes on this. That once you consult a Vastu person, he divides the complete plot into 45 grids, and depending upon your horoscope, he will advise you on the main door position. So divide your plot into 45 grids, or the area of construction into 45 grids. That's the first step you need to take. Ensure that if a plot has a cut, suppose in northeast or southwest, so there should never be the main door on the cut portion of the plot or extended portion of the plot. This is not allowed. Also, the main door is never allowed in the middle portion of the house. It brings disgrace to the family, ruin to the family. So only for religious temples or some religious institute, a main door in the center of the property may be allowed, but for any residential purposes, main door should never be in the middle of the house or the center of the house. The doors and windows should be proportionate to the main building. The main door should be the biggest and most majestic and most beautiful as compared to the other doors inside the house. So if there are total of 16 doors, your main door should be bigger than the rest of the 15 doors. It should be more beautiful, heavier. There should not be any creepy sound, creaky sound. You must have noticed that certain doors, when you open and close, they make kind of a sound. That should be avoided. That is bad luck to the owner or the master of the house. There must be a threshold at the enter of the door. Threshold in Hindi we call it as chaukhut. Chaukhut is very important in the olden houses, in the olden palaces. You must have noticed that there is always a threshold or a chaukhut. So a chaukhut is always necessary for the main door. Entrance of the door should not be such that there is a road coming and hitting directly on the direction of the main door. That should never happen. So I'm not exactly discussing the T junction, but I'm discussing that a main road coming or a road coming, subsidiary road coming and hitting directly at the direction of the main door is not good, and that should be avoided. In such a case, it is advisable to change the position of the door. Decorate the main door with a Sarva Mangalkari Toran, and by placing auspicious elements like Om, swastik, a magnetic horse, a iron magnetic horse shoe, which normally people also put during their Shani Sadesati and Shani Dhaya. So this is also very important if you are constructing the main door of the house. The larger and the taller the main door is, the more auspicious it is. It should be such that 3 or 4 people can easily pass through the main door. It brings a lot of prosperity, especially if the main door is facing north or east, again depending upon your horoscope. South facing gates are not very good, except for a particular grid in south which is 33% from the left. So if the total area in the south direction is 100 feet, and if you have to mandatorily make a south facing main door, then you have to leave 33% starting from the left. So that direction which comes towards south is the only direction towards south direction which is allowed, and you can take a note of it. So also there should not be any dustbins or shoe racks placed in the start of the main door. The main door should never have in a perpendicular direction with the back door, because whatever wealth will come will be easily passed through the back door. That means the main door and the back door should not be in a perpendicular line. There should not be any two doors facing to each other when you see the main door and the back door. That's a very important thing. There should not be any cracks at the entrance. If there are steps, the steps should not be broken. no cracks, no dustbins, no dirt, nothing at the entrance of the main door. There should not be any veda or obstruction in front of the main door. It should be a clean entry possible. Uh, Not a lot of flower pots and shoe rack and dustbins around the main door. It will never bring wealth and prosperity. So keep the area in front of your main door as simple, as neat and clean, as tidy as possible. The back door of the building should be smaller than all doors of the building is a very important Vastu concept. Otherwise, it will result in wastage of money. Whatever money will come in as an income, you will find that the expense is more than the money coming in. The length and the breadth of the entrance door should be proportionate. The ideal ratio is 1 is to 2. The ratio of length breadth should not be more than 1 is to 3. And this does not apply to the shutters of the shop. This is only applicable to the doors of the residential houses. Fixing of Mahadwar or main door should be done in an auspicious Muhurt. It should not be done in Rahu Kalam. It can be done in Abhijit Kalam or Abhijit Muhurtam. So that is also very important, that when you are constructing the house, the placement and installation of the main door is very, very important. Doors should be sturdily built using good quality wood to avoid bending or cracking or shrinking of the door at a later stage. And lastly, old and used doors should never be used while constructing the new house. Always construct a new door, order a new door. Never buy a second hand doors for your new house. If you need any horoscope or Vastu consultation, I am available at 9742 881188. Stay tuned with me for such new updates. Thank you.